We are lacing today. Hi, I'm Fen, designer and bead master here at the Bead Floor Studio. Now, what is lacing? In terms of French beaded flowers, it is basically weaving or sewing the rows together for reinforcement and also for a neater look. Don't be afraid to lace. Now, it'll take a little bit more time, but the end results will definitely be worth it. It will take your flowers to the next level. It will take good flowers and turn them into great flowers. You can have the most impeccable technique, but if you don't lace, your flowers can still look sloppy. And today I will show you 5 easy techniques on how to lace your flowers. Cut a piece of 30 or 32 gauge wire that is 2 to 3 times the length of the petal you are lacing. The majority of the time you will lace across the middle. Have the back of the petal facing you. Place the lacing wire over the outer row. Weave the wire under the row to the left and then back up to the front to the right. Continue doing this with each row until all the rows are laced. And a little tip, I like to flip my petal as I'm lacing so I can see where my wire is going and also for better control. I am using a contrasting lacing wire here so that you can see it better on camera, but normally if I'm using green beads, I like to use green lacing wire. Now I have all the rows laced. It is okay if it is not completely straight. That comes with practice, and no one would really see it anyways. Now take your wire cutters and snip off the ends, and then tuck in the little wires. This is the front of the leaf here, and you can barely see the lacing wire from the front. The second method is starting from the middle. Start from the front, bend the lacing wire in half, and have it straddle the center row. Turn the leaf to the back and cross the wires. Now pick one of the wires and lace to one side. Now that you are done lacing the one side, lace to the other side using the other wire. This is not perfectly straight, it is at a slight diagonal, but that's okay. You may have a large petal that you want to lace, and you can use diagonal lacing with this. Bend the lacing wire in half and have it straddle the center row, just like the previous method. Flip the petal to the other side and cross the 2 wires, but this time have the 2 wires at a diagonal. Now pick one of the wires and lace up diagonally to the one side. For the initial stitch, skip one of the rows. Go to the next row over, and that will give you a better diagonal line. And remember, it is okay if your stitches are a little bit off. Now take the other wire and lace diagonally towards the other way. The next method I'll be showing you is lace as you go, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It is lacing as you're making your petal or leaf. To start off, I already have 11 rows made. Follow the previous method and have the lacing wire straddle the middle row. Flip the petal to the back, cross the wires, and lace to one side. Once you're done with the one side, lace to the other side. After that, continue making your rows and then lace as you go. I like to make at least 2 of the rows first and then lace. You can even be ambitious with this and have 6 lacing wires going at once, going across, and making a cross, if you want. The last method I'm showing you is lacing several petals together. I have these continuous wraparound petals here. Pick one of the petals and start from the most left hand row and lace as usual. It is better to lace across the middle or lower on the petal with this method. Now that the first petal is laced, move the next petal over and stitch the second petal in and continue lacing the rest of the rows as usual. And lastly, lace the first and last petal together. Wrap the wire around twice so that it is secure. Cut off the wires and then tuck them in. Here is a bonus tip. My philosophy is that it is better to lace than not to lace. So if you are pressed for time, or if lacing really appalls you, here is a speedy method. Skip a row. Start as usual from the most left row. Lace the first 2 rows together. Then after that, skip 1 row and go to the next row over. Continue skipping 1 row until you get to the last 2 or 3 rows.
after you get to the last 3 rows, lace each individual one as usual.
Now, have I convinced you that if you want to make heirloom quality flowers, that you should lace your petals and leaves? Good. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. If you have made any of my projects, I would love to see them. Connect with me at my website, Facebook, and Instagram. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!